सही है, सही है.
Okay, good afternoon everyone. Let me start with the class. So in the last class we were dealing with optimal binary search tree, right? How to construct an optimal binary search tree, and we saw one example also. Now we'll move on to the next topic in the module, that is knapsack problem. You may feel that this problem has already been explained, right, using greedy technique. But here what happens here is, okay, first let us define what is this problem. We already know in the knapsack problem we have given n objects, right? N objects has been given, and in all these objects is associated with the respective weights w1 to wn. Fine. And along with the weights, it has also been assigned with certain profits. So P1 to Pn for all those n objects. And a knapsack and the capacity of the bag is also been given, right? The capacity, which means the bag can hold the set of objects only with so and so capacity. It should not exceed the capacity, maximum capacity. The weight should not exceed the maximum capacity, that is m. So we know what is this problem already, correct? So what is our objective in this problem is to maximize the total profit which has been earned. Maximize the total profit earned. Okay, so that is knapsack problem. And you know, this is also a optimization problem. We know dynamic programming is also been used to solve the optimization problem, correct? So we all know what is an optimization problem, I mean knapsack problem. But why we are using a knapsack problem in this chapter is basically, or you can also call this knapsack problem as 0/1 knapsack problem, which means, so there if you see in the previous one, during greedy method, what we saw is a knapsack problem where the items or objects are of divisible one, correct? We were considering, like example, vegetables, so you can divide it, correct, either half kg or full 1 kg or something like this. But now we are considering an objects which are not divisible. For example, any hardware devices, correct, all those cannot be divisible. So entire object has to be with the entire weight, with the entire capacity, has to be placed into the sack or a bag, correct? So such kind of objects you will usually represented with weight, I mean usually represented with 1 or 0. So you can also call this problem a 0 or 1 knapsack problem. Okay, so this also we saw, right? We are going to maximize the profit of each and every object, that is a summation of all the objects selected into the profit of that respective object. So that should be maximized, and it should subject to a constraint. So what is a constraint? Constraint here is the weight of of all the objects whatever you are placed within the bag should be less than or equal to the less than or equal to the capacity of a bag, that is represented with m, correct? So this also we know, this is the what you can say, the functions, the objective function, and this is a constraint of that objective function, correct? what is our function and what is the constraint here. The profits and the weights here should be a positive number. Which means it should be greater than or equal to 0. Correct. So this is a knapsack problem. Now we'll see how to solve this knapsack problem to get a maximum profit using a dynamic programming. Okay. So consider this example, and one more thing you should remember here, dynamic programming where we are recursively finding the solutions. Correct. Recursively finding the solutions for all the possible pairs, get the solution for all the possible pairs, and then get the optimal solution from the set of solutions. That is what our dynamic programming will work. Correct. We are not missing out any of the previous solutions. We are comparing each and every, we are doing, or we are, what you can say, you are getting sub solutions of each and every possibilities. Then only we are finding the optimal solution. We are not missing out anyone. That is why the dynamic programming is used here in knapsack problem. Okay. Consider an example. Here an item is given. So you have 4 objects. Each object have its own respective weight and value, or the capacity. The profit, right? So the capacity of a knapsack is given as 5. That is M. Or you can also represent it with M, right? So the capacity, the maximum capacity a bag can have is 5. Okay. So before start solving this problem, you need to remember these 3 formulas or functions, you can say. The first one is table of table is nothing but this table. Okay. This table of 0 comma j is equal to 0. Okay. Then table of I comma 0 is equal to 0. That you should remember. Okay. We will solve this, and then I will explain all this formula once again. So first write the table, the matrix form, in a matrix form. Let it start with, so here how many objects we have? 4 objects. So how many rows you should have? 5 rows. Okay, this is basically to, it does not do anything for our purpose. It's only been used here for the calculation purpose, but we start from these objects. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 0 should be indicated. And the capacity also, it should have 5. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, the n number of items. Let it start with 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and here 0 to 4. Just remember this. This is basically for the number of items, the objects. This is basically for the capacity. What did they tell here? The capacity of a bag is 5, correct? So that you remember. Okay, so the capacity of a bag is given as 5, but I should have 6 columns here. So start with 0 and I should have 6 columns. Here also I have a total objects. This is for objects. 4 objects I have, but 5 rows is required. So start, because it starts with 0. This basically, the first row or the first column 0, 0 is basically used for a calculation purpose. That's all. Okay. Okay, fine. So next here, these are the row wise, whatever we were talking here is an items. This is nothing but a weight. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Clear? So this you should know how to write. Remember, this is a capacity, that is a weight, and this is a items. Okay. So meanwhile, you write down its respective value. That is nothing but a profit, and the weight is given in the question. Okay. The same thing we have written here, Vy and Wy. Okay, and according to the formula, as I told, table of 0 comma j, correct? If you see here, I is always 0, correct? I is always 0, which means first row, for the entire first row. So 0 comma j can be any value from 0 to n, correct? So 0 comma 0 is also 0, 0 comma 1, 0 comma 2, 0 comma 3. So I value can be 0 to 5, correct? So all these values become 0. Is it clear? According to this formula, the first row will become 0. So table of I comma 0 is equal to 0, which means I is what? I can be any value. This is I. Okay, I can be any value, and j should be 0, which means the first column should also be 0 for all the problems. Okay, according to this formula. Or in during exam, you write down this the formulas, and then you can write, you can start solving, or blindly you can write 0, 0, 0. All the rows and first row and the first column should always be 0. Okay. Okay. This is the first step. According to this formula, we have written zeros. Next is table of, next start filling the remaining entries here using this formula. So what is this talks about here is table of I comma j is equal to, okay, So what is the value which is happening here is, what is the formula that you should follow here is maximum of table of I comma 1. This is I comma 1. I minus, sorry, I minus 1 comma j. Table of I minus 1 comma j. Okay, this is one value. Okay, comma. Next set is vi plus table of I minus 1 comma j minus wi. I minus 1 will remain same, j minus wi, and vi also you are adding. And this should happen where j value is greater than or equal to wi. Okay, remember j value, if it is greater than or equal to wi, just start using this formula. And then you will get n number of value. You will get two values here. Out of this two value, which is a maximum, you are selecting. Okay, this will happen only if j is greater than or equal to wi. Wi is nothing but weight. So table of I minus 1 comma j will be used if j is less than wi. So you should remember these two formulas and you should start filling all the values in the table which has been used to solve this problem. Okay. Okay. So now if you look at this diagram, here in the formula, okay. Okay, fine. Now, if you look at these formulas, what is this W? Wi is nothing but the weights, right? Wi is nothing but the weight. Just a second. Okay. Wi is nothing but a weight. That is a I can also call it as a capacity. Correct? Yes, I can also call it as a capacity or a weight. So what happens here is this one. I'm talking about this one, right? Okay, so here, here, VI is nothing but VI is the value of that respective item. VI, value of that particular object or an item which has been selected. Fine. So this is VI is done. Table of I comma j is done. WI, you know, it is a weight. So weight and value. And this is a formula I should remember. So this says what? Among the subset, okay, among the subsets, whatever we are forming, do not include the ith item, okay, do not include the ith item. The value of an optimal subset is defined using these two formulas. Okay, one is f of I comma j, f table of I comma 1 comma j, I minus 1 comma j, vi plus table of I minus 1 comma j minus wi. So you should remember this formula, and there is a shortcut of filling out these also. I will explain it later once we are done with this formula. Okay. Now we move on to the next step. Just remember this formula as I already told. Okay. I already told I already told the table, the values here. This is 0, 0, 0. Now I should start filling this. If you look at the, yeah, here, just check it out for the condition whether the value of j is greater than w or less than w, right? Wi. So if you see here, what is the weight of wi here? For this, the weight here is 2. Correct? Just for a easy representation, just write this also next to the table, so it will be easy for you. So vi and wi start from the second row because the number of objects represented from year 1. Correct? So 1 to 4. So start writing here all the objects, respective weights and the values. Clear? So once this is done, now you should start comparing, using this according to the formula. What I told is you should start comparing the value of j with wi, right? So what is the value of j here for this particular empty field? It is a 1, right? So 1 is I should compare it with wi. Wi is 2. So 1 is less than 2. So our second condition here holds true. Correct? That is j is less than wi holds true. So what I should do? I should start filling with these value. Correct. So table of I minus 1 comma j. It's written here. So table of I minus 1 comma j. So what is I value here? I value for this is 1. Correct? So 1 minus 1 is what? A 0. 0 comma j is 1. So table of 0 comma 1 is what? Table of 0 comma 1 is 0, correct? So that is why I've written here. Now if you understood what is the use of the first row, that is 0th row and 0th column, correct? So for this it is required. It is of no use actually. It does not represent any respective object, but still it is required for while calculating. Okay, so 0 comma 1. So table of 1 comma 1 will be filled with 0. So you write 0 here. Clear? So okay, we'll go to the next one. I comma 1 comma 2. Table of 1 comma 2 will start filling. Table of 1 comma 2. With table of 1 comma 2, the value of I is 1, the value of j is 2, wi is here again it is 2, vi is 3. Correct? For all these entire the blocks in the second row, the value and the weight will remain same. Correct? 2 and 3. So j, now check it out. J is what? 2. 2 is equal to wi, which means the first condition, j is less than or equal to is given. So this condition holds true. Now start applying this. Table of I comma 1 minus j, I minus 1 comma j comma vi plus table of I minus 1 comma j minus wi. So what is table of I minus 1? I is 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0, 0 comma j is 2. So vi is what? Vi is 3. So 3 plus table of I minus 1 is what? I minus 1 is 1 minus 1 is 0. J is 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. Correct? So table of 0 comma 2 is 0 plus, comma 3 plus table of 0 comma 0 is 0. So 0 comma 3 you will get. Correct? The maximum of these two values is what? Maximum of 0 and 3 is what? Yes, maximum of 0 and 3 is 3. So table of 1 comma 3 value you will get as 3. Okay. Next start filling 1 comma 3. Same way you start filling. Okay. Do you want me to explain this in detail each and every step? Okay. So similar way, we'll consider the next one. So 1 comma 4, 1 comma 4. So I is equal to here, I is equal to 1, j is equal to 4, wi is equal to 2, right? Vi is equal to 3. Again, start using the maximum of the formula, whatever according to the formula I minus 1 comma j, vi plus table of I minus 1 comma j minus wi. So start filling this. I is 1, so 1 minus 1 is 0, j is 4. Okay, so next is vi is 3, so 3 plus table of 0 comma 2. So 3 plus table of 0 comma 2 is also we know that it is 0, table of 0 comma 0 comma anything is also 0, 0 comma, we know that, right? Because first row and first column is always 0. So that is why you will get the same answer, that is 3. I have filled here. Okay, so next one 1 comma 5, again use this formula because ji is greater than or equal to wi. So you should use this formula, do it, and you will get some value 3. Correct? So we are done with the second row. Next, move on to the third row. In the third row, we should start with 2 comma 1. Check for j. J is 1, weight is 3. Correct? Which means j is less than wi. So you should go for table of I minus 1 comma j. Clear? So I is what? 2. 2 minus 1 is 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 comma 1. Now you go for table of 1 comma 1 is 0. So this value is 0. Okay. Now go for the next one, table of 2 comma 2. Table of 2 comma 2 where I is equal to 2, j is equal to 2, wi is equal to 3. Correct? Wi is equal to 3, v is equal to 4. So start doing this and you will get some value I minus 1 comma j, because we know j is less than wi. So you will get table of 1 comma 2. What is the value of 1 comma 2? It is 3. Clear? So you should write 3 here. Next is 2 comma 3. Next, okay, sorry. Next, I need to fill this 2 comma 3. 2 comma 3, 3 value, I mean, I value is 2, j value is 3, wi is equal to 3, vi is equal to 4. Everything you should do it. I mean, we should write it and then go for the j of 2 comma 3. Now check whether j is less than or greater than wi. So it is equal to wi, right? So j is greater than or equal to wi. Again, use this formula, that is maximum of table of I minus 1 comma j, vi plus table of I minus 1 comma j minus wi. So start doing it. So 2 minus 1 is 1, 1 comma 3. Vi is 4 now, correct? So 4 plus table of 1 comma 0, the maximum of 3 comma the addition of 4 plus 0 is 4. So maximum of 3 comma 4 is 4. So write 4 here. Okay. Again go for 2 comma 4. You do it and you will get some result. Correct. So only thing you should remember is start filling. I mean, okay. Fine. Shall I move on to the next one? So same thing. Just remember this. So this will be the what you can say ID. Okay, same formula you keep on using. Only thing you should check whether J is greater than or equal to WY or J is less than WY, and then start doing it, and you will get the results. Yes, ma'am. Will the answer be same if we use greedy technique? The answer will be bit different. Okay. As I told, there what happens? We are. I mean, there the values you can divide, right? The values you can. I have say for example. Okay, let me like this. You have a weight given for this respective object. I can divide this weight, correct? I can divide this weight. I can say I'm talking about the vegetables itself. I can take 2 kgs of so and so, and then remaining kgs from here, remaining kgs from here. It will definitely give you different answers because there the concept is totally different. Here the concept is totally different. Here we are working with the objects basically for which is not divisible. Okay, okay, Pranav. Fine. It will give you a different answer. Yes. Okay, next is again go for the next, what is that? Next row and again fill it out. Same formula. I don't think much explanation is required for this, right? So same formula, just keep on adding. Okay. So do this formula and just keep on adding. Okay. So once you have done with all the filling all the values here, what is the next step? Next step is very important here. We know that it is we should consider the maximum profit, correct? So at the last value here in the last cell you will get a maximum value, correct? So that is 7 here. Now you should start working from here in the backward fashion. So start from here and then go back. Now you should identify what is your final result is. Should be is your final result should be something like this. Should be what you can say should be in the form of set whether it is accepted or not, right? Whether I can put an object something like this, right? If you have an object 1 2 3 and 4, now I should suppose I will say 1 and 3, right? Now I will say I will select object 1 and object 3. So if I say I will select object 1, it should be 0. If I say object, I am not selecting object 2, it should be 0. It should be 1 and it should be 0. Your final result should be something like this, correct? So now I should, what I should do here is, now I should see which objects I need to select in order to get the maximum profit. So start from the maximum value. In this case, the maximum value is 7, right? So start from here and then go back. Now we'll see again you have a formula here in order to do this. Just remember table of I comma k. Table of I comma k is not if it is not equal to table of I minus 1 comma k, which means the previous value. I comma k, I minus 1 comma k is nothing but the previous value. So this one I minus k, I minus 1 will be this, right? So I minus 1 comma k, which means say for example here in this row I is equal to 4, j is equal to 5. So this j will remain same. Only thing is I am changing I. I is I minus 1, now it is 3. So 3 comma 5, I am comparing this value with this value according to the formula, right? So if both are not equal, if both of these values are not equal, then you need to select these ith object into the bag. Clear? Then you need to select this ith object into the bag. So once you have selected, then what you should do, you should update the I value. So I is equal to I minus 1, k is equal to k minus wi. Okay. Suppose if these values are equal. If these values are equal, then go for the next value. I mean, I decrement I value and then compare it with, go for the next value, go for the next value, something like this. Okay, we'll see an example now. So start from here, that is 7. So now I is, according to this, I is equal to 4 and j is equal to 5. I mean, k is equal to 5, right? It can be j. So it is equal to 5. I already told I is equal to I minus 1 you should do, which means 3 comma 5, that is 7. So compare these two values, both are equal. So I need not to do anything, correct? If both are equal, if not equal only we should concern. If both are equal, so start comparing with the next value. Again decrement I value. So I will become 2 now. So 7, this value and these two values will be compared here. Again it is equal, so don't worry. Go for the next step by decrementing I. So I will become 2 now, correct? So 2 and this will be compared. Okay, will be compared. So 7 and 3, yes, it is not equal now. If it is not equal, what you should do, what is the value of I now? I value is 2, right? I value is 2. Just explain you once again. Initially I value is 4. In this I value will become 3. Here I value decremented 3 minus 1, so it becomes 2. Correct? So 3 minus 2, now it is 2. So I value is 2. For I value is equal to 2, there is a the formula. It's like I is not equal, I minus I comma k is not equal to I minus 1 comma j. It's not equal, which means select this item object, correct? So in the set here, in the set I can say 3 and 4 is not selected, correct? Previously we checked, it was not selected, so it is directly you can write 0 0. 2 is selected, now write 1 here. Clear? So okay, next what you need to do, once you have done with this, next what you need to do, you need to change the I value and k value also according to this formula. I is equal to 2 now it will become 1, that is I minus 1. K is equal to k minus wi. What is the value of k in the previous example? It was 5. So 5 minus, what is the weight of that respective this one, wi here, wi, that is w of 2, correct? What is the weight of w of y? In this value it is 3 here, correct? So 5 minus 3 is equal to 2. Is it clear? So 5 3 is wi is the weight of I. Wi means the weight of I is what? 1. So w1 you should check here. You would have, okay, let me show you that. Where is the question? Yeah, it's here. The weight of that object 2 is 3 here, correct? So that value you should take it out and you should subtract it. Clear? So wi you should do and you should subtract it. You will get 2. Clear? So you'll get 2, and you start doing it here. You can start here also, or you can start here also. Since we know I is equal to 1, k is equal to 2 now, so you should use this particular column. K is equal to 2 and I is equal to I minus 1, that is 1, correct? Now you start comparing this value, that is I comma k and I minus 1 comma k. So I comma k is 1 comma 2 and 0 comma 2. 1 comma 2 and 0 comma 2 is different, so I can select object 1. So even write this object 1 as selected. So 1 1 0 0. Why did you get 0? Because these two items are not selected based on the condition which was equal, correct? So this is how it should work, and our final result is this. So what are we indicating here? With this says I am selecting an object, first object and second object into the bag, so that will fetch you the maximum profit. Okay, this is how a knapsack algorithm will work. Okay, is it clear? So okay, let me just this is one what you can say, the one based on the problem formulas you're solving this. Fine. So there is one more method also. Blindly you can start filling this with some trick here. Okay, let me just start explaining this. This you just remember. Always your okay, just wait a second. Okay, always these values, always the first value and the second value, I'm so sorry, always the first row and the first column fill it with 0. Okay, remember this part, how to fill. If this is for a weight with the the total weight of a bag, that is given as 5, so start with 0 till 5, and the number of objects is 4, so start with 0 to 4. Okay, that you remember, and start filling these zeros for the first row and the first column. This is done. Next, what you should remember is You should remember its respective weights also. Okay, just a second. Weight is what? 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? So I'll write down here 2, 3, 4, 5. Here 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now what you should do here is, this is a weight. Also, you should observe the weights here is in arranged in a increasing order. That also you should remember. It should be arranged in increasing order. Okay. So what you should do now? So 00333, correct? So 00033 3 is being saved. Okay, 1 second. Okay, fine. Fine. So 00333 everything. I mean, all these values is done. Next, what you need to do, check it out. What is the weight of? Okay. Where is the value? Okay, here. What is the weight here? It is, I didn't select pen. Okay. What is the weight here? The weight here is 2, right? When can you select 2? Okay. When can you select 2? Okay. Is the next question. Meanwhile, I'll write down the values also 3, 4, 5, 6, right? The values is 3, 4, 5, 6. Value here is nothing but a profit, correct? So profit, remember this. Whatever I am writing here is a profits. Okay, whatever I am writing here is a profit. Now, if you observe, the maximum weight is 2, correct? And we also know at the weight 1, we know the objects are not divisible. So I cannot take only one weight. I cannot divide this weight object with weight 2 into one weight, correct? I cannot divide this into one, correct? It should be all 2 always. So I should start filling the profit from here too. Okay, did you understand? This is a weight, correct? This is a weight. I cannot fill this particular cell because the weight here is only 1, but my maximum weight is 2. I cannot fill here because I cannot divide this 2 into 1. It is a indivisible object. So this also will be the previous value, that is 0. Okay, so once the weight is 2, if the weight is 2, then I can start filling these object because the weight of that object is 2, so it can fit here, right? So what is the profit for this object? It is 3. Okay, now the capacity, say now the capacity is 3, our object capacity is 2, right? Which means it is the capacity is more than the object, so I can fill this object in the bag. Clear? So I can write 3. What is the profit for this is 3. Again 4 also I can fill, 5 also I can fill. So after this, just the towards the right hand side, just keep filling this, the same value. Is it clear now? Okay, next start doing with this second object. Second object's weight is what? 3, correct? So I can place this object 2 only when the capacity is 3 or greater than 3. So I can write this profit here. So it can be filled with 4. Even here I can fill the object because the capacity is more compared to the object's weight, that is 3. Correct? So here if you look look here in this particular cell, I cannot fill these object because our object's capacity is 3, but the capacity what we are talking about here is only 2. I cannot fill this object at this particular column, but I should fill these value with the previous one, that is 3. Is it clear? Even here I cannot fill it, so this should be 0, the previous value. Clear? So that is what we got the answer. So 0. Okay, fine. Okay, one more thing I forgot to tell you. Okay, till here it is done, right? And you should also add with the previous one, right? So 4 and 3, what is the value of 4 and 3? It is 7. So 7 I can fill with the, whenever the object's capacity is 5, right? I mean, not the, I'm talking about this one, right? Weight. So 3 and 5, I should talk about these, addition of these two. If I want to fill both the objects 1 and 2, the total weight is 5, correct? The total weight is 5. So here I can have both the, at this 5, I can have both the objects. So what is the profit of both the objects? It is 7. Is it clear now? Okay, so let me just revise this whatever I told right now. I hope I whatever I'm talking, I mean whatever I'm explaining, it should be clear for you because it is also very important topic. So I'm just telling about the shortcut of solving this. Yes, you can solve it using formula, but sometimes you may miss something or something like this, so you can cross verify it. Okay, the question is, what if the weight is not in ascending order? You change it. You change the weight according to the ascending order. Even the objects, its respective values will also change. That's all. Is it clear? So in the greedy method, we used to do that, right? Change if the objects is not in the ascending order, change it in an ascending order. Its respective values will also change. Okay, object number, everything you change accordingly. That's all. Okay, fine. So what I am telling here is just I will repeat this step again. So it will be very helpful, and I'm running short of time also. Let me finish it fast. Okay, so 2 and 1, what I wanted to say, I will write down this one. I forgot what is the values. 2 3 4 5 3 4 5 6. Okay, 2 3 4 2 3 4 5 3 4 5 6. Correct. So what I wanted to say here is, this is a weight and this is a profit. Okay, the weight here is 2. I want to fill the object 2 and 1 also, because I am talking about the object 2, and we also deal with object 1 also, the previous one also, right? So the weight of these two object 2 is 3, which means I can fill or I can use this object only when the object only when the bag's capacity is 3 or more than 3, right? So I can start writing here. I can fill the objects only here. Correct. So what is the capacity of I mean, what is the profit of this is 4, so I will write 4 here. And you can ask a question, why can't I write both object in this here, so in this particular column? Because if you see here, the objects 1 and object 2 weight in total it is 5, so I can fill it only here because the weight here is 5. Okay, so now I can write here. So what is the total profit of both object 1 and object 2? It is 7. Clear? And here if you see the value, I mean the weight is 4, I cannot take both because both will fetch me the weight as 5. So I cannot write it here. So what I will do, I will just use object 2, which whose weight is 2. Correct? Object 2 whose weight is 3. I'm so sorry. Object 2 whose weight is 3. So what is the profit? 4. Okay, so these three I cannot write the previous value. This also I cannot write the previous value, that is 0. Go for the next one. In the next one, what you should do, 3 is my object, right? So I can start writing the the object 3, the weight is 4, so only here I can write fill this. So what is the profit? That is 5. Clear? And what is the next one is 5, so I can write 3 and 1. Correct. So 3 and 2, I mean I can start filling 3 and 2 objects. If I want to put 3 and 2 objects, the total weight is what? 4 5 6 7, but my maximum capacity is only 5. Correct, my maximum capacity is only 5, so I cannot fill object 3 and 2 together. So what if I fill 4 3 and 1? Correct, if I fill 3 and 1, the maximum capacity is 4 and 2, that is 6. It's again, it is not possible, so I start filling 1 2 and 1. What is the maximum profit? It is 5. Sorry, maximum profit is 7, that is these two. Clear? And the remaining you just rewrite as it is. So 0 3 4 5 7 7. Correct? So same answer we got using formula also. So same thing, you fill it out here also. Clear? So 4, for 4 maximum capacity is 5, so only here I can write. Correct? Where is the answer? Here. So only there I can write. Okay, so it is 6. The profit is 6, but the previous profit is 7. So I don't want to compare. I mean, I don't want to use this